Hi everyone, this is Marieke live from Bangui, which is the capital of the Central African Republic, where I'm currently to do field research. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there is a lot of singing going on here because I'm staying next to the cathedral and they're actually singing right now and they are often, so I have live music almost all the time and it's really so beautiful. For now, I figured that before I start telling you more about the research and what is going on right now, it would be good to introduce the country and its current situation so that you understand the context that the research is taking place in. The Central African Republic is a country in the center of Africa, bordering with, amongst others, Cameroon, Chad, Congo, and South Sudan. The country is a little larger than France and has a population of about 4.3 million people. In case you have never heard of the country before, well, don't worry, you're not the only one. Even though the country is rated the after one poorest country in the world, and according to the UN, more than 50% of the population are in direct need of humanitarian assistance, the former French colony is relatively unknown to the international public. When in 2013, rebel groups called Seleka invaded the country and finally took over the government, killing, looting and raping on their way, the event was labeled the Forgotten Crisis because it got so little attention in the international press and there was relatively little humanitarian assistance. After the rebels took over the government, self-defense groups started organizing, calling themselves Anti-Balaka. They fought back and most likely committed as many human rights violations as the Seleka did. Then finally, a group of international forces, including the French and the UN forces, intervened and restored peace, at least more or less. Since March of this year, there is a new democratically elected president and the country slowly starts to recover. So it is in this context that I am researching the child's right to education. Here you see some images of yesterday in the capital Bangui after some interviews that we did. Working here means I have to be careful about security measures. For example, I can never go anywhere on my own, not even walk down the street, which is very frustrating. When you're in a car, you have to lock the car doors and leave the car window almost closed. I travel mostly with local people, which makes things a lot safer, I think. The context is extremely interesting, fitting into my PhD thesis, as the questions of legal orders is so confusing here, with the state being mostly absent outside of the capital. Also, so far, there has been no qualitative research on the right to education in this country, at least that I could find and know of. So now you know a little bit more about the country and its recent history, and I'm looking forward to